Did Matt Reeves piss off someone over at WBDC? Did someone over at DC piss him off? Is he drawing a line in the DC sand? Or are we all just overreacting? This is the Sox Rocker Show. Hello there and welcome back to the show. And if this is your first time here, then simply welcome. In an interesting turn of events, we recently got to see a leaked, staged photo of the late, great Christopher Reeve's son, Will Reeve, shaking hands with none other than little Jimmy Gunn himself on the set of Gunn's version of his new Superman film. Now, Will, you see, was given a bit part in the film for what many have perceived as nothing more than a tug at the heartstring photo op nostalgic grab, kind of like when they CGI'd his father into the great DC film debacle known as the Flash film. Now, many believe that this was nothing more than a way of getting Christopher Reeve's many legions of fans on board with the new DCU's version of Gunn Sweat's lighter, brighter portrayal of Superman, and who knows? Maybe it's true, then again, maybe it's not. I personally don't think it's going to matter either way. Yes, fanboys and fangirls alike will know, hence the leaked photo op, but the majority of ticket sales on any film were made up of general audience members who could pretty much care less. They don't follow every single move of a film being made like some of us do. They just want to pony up their $11 for a ticket to get in and another $40 for a soda, popcorn, and some milk duds, and be entertained for a few hours. Now, earlier I commented about an interesting turn of events, and yes, Will Reeve being shoehorned into a cameo of Gunn's Superman film is rather interesting indeed. But hey, there's more. Remember back in March when we all found out that Matt Reeves' Batman 2 sequel had been delayed yet again and was pushed back from October 25 to October of 26? Well, a few days ago, Variety reported that the Matt Reeves helmed Arkham Asylum series set within Reeves' world of the Batman movie that was due to be seen on the Max streaming service, well, it's now been canceled. The show would no longer be moving forward. Now, this could mean several things. One, WBDDC may be wanting to shift the direction of the series again, kind of like they've done with the Green Lantern series. Two, it could mean that Reeves may simply want to tweak it himself or no longer has the time or desire to do it. Or three, well, it could mean there's trouble in the house that Reeves built. The Batman, you see, began and succeeded quite well, I might add, before the realm of Gunn and Safran began to take fold. And it's no secret that the biggest cheese over at WBDC, David Zaslav, has never wanted several versions of the Batman running around. And it's also no secret that Matt Reeves does not, will not, never will, ever want his Batman universe merged into the new DCU, aka the Gunverse. And so, is it possible that there is a Mexican standoff going on at WBDC? Is the Batman 2 being pushed back in hopes of finding a way to work Reeves' Caped Crusader into Gunn's world, meaning persuading Reeves to change his mind? Or could it be that Gunn and Safran are digging their heels in, simply trying to gain more control of their DC empire, hoping Reeves would rather throw in the towel than have his version messed with so they can then develop their very own version of the Dark Knight? Many skeptics, well, they seem to think so. Many Snyder Bros do, of course. Of course, Gunn's legions of fans do not, because why would he ever do that? James Gunn, I mean, he's not a vindictive dude. He's cool like that, bro, and many believe that Gunn and or Safran do not have that kind of power or control anyways, which I, myself, find kind of silly and, well, pretty damn naive. I mean, the two of them were put in control of DC back in November of 2022, mind you, and to hear Gunn say it, complete control, since then damn near every single thing stamped with the DC logo film-wise has not done so well, and that's being kind. And the Batman 2 seems to keep getting pushed back. Now, I know every single James Gunn fan is going to say that he or they, meaning him and Petey, had absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Hell, James Gunn has even claimed that himself, to which I say, yeah, right. Make up your mind there, little Jimmy. One minute you say, yes, we have direct input on all things DC, and then the next you say you don't. Okay, I'll give you and Petey Boy somewhat of a break for the Flash, even though you yourself said it was one of the greatest comic book movies you've ever seen. I may even be able to cut you some slack for the Blue Beetle not doing so well, even though it should have and it could have done better had it been promoted even half as much as, well, say your Superman film is being done right now, even with the after effects of the strikes. But anything after that, well, I say baloney, my friend. You were both well and controlled by then. You simply chose not to get involved. You chose to let things slide, which is just as bad as doing a shitty job on purpose to either get out of doing something or more than likely to simply let something look bad and fail. I'm guessing because anything and or everything prior to your Superman movie had the stamp DCEU on it, and therefore no longer mattered, except, that is, the Elseworld products of Matt Reeves' Batman. It's neither DCU nor DCEU. It is a self-contained entity, much like Todd Phillips' Joker Elseworld universe is. I'm guessing there's no issue there as of yet, because the Joker character is yet to be needed in the DCU, whereas Batman, who is the most popular DC hero, hands down, is needed and needed soon. Now, before everyone starts flaming my ass, Superman, without a doubt, is the most iconic DC hero, obviously, and that goes without saying, and I might add, the most important. But Batman is the most popular, and those are simply the facts. Now, I've seen where many people would like to see Pattinson's Batman team up with Cornsweat's Superman. I just can't ever see that happening. Pattinson's Batman's world is dark, gloomy, full of darkness and despair. He lurks in the shadows alone, angry with revenge in his heart over his losses, and that's what drives him to do what he does. Cornsweat's? It's all bright and cheery. We have him smiling and frolicking with children in the streets, patting puppies. Heck, we even have him talking to squirrels in the street. And while that is all fine and dandy, I just don't see Pattinson's Batman ever going down that path, and certainly not where Matt Reeves is involved. I just don't see how Reeves and Gunn's world could ever mesh. But I guess stranger things have happened. Now, one more thing I have to wonder. Now, if there is in fact some type of controversy brewing over at DC between Matt Reeves and the Zaslav, Gunn, and Safran trio, how is it going to affect Reeves' Penguin series? Sure as hell it's going to run on Max. No way it's going to get gone now. Hell, it's in the can, scheduled and ready to roll, and fans are looking forward to seeing it big time. Yes, more than likely, there's nothing to any of this. Just some things that need to be ironed out within a company that's been continuously going through changes. But I'll be damned if it doesn't make one wonder about it all. Interesting turn of events, indeed. Now, it is being said that James Gunn has taken over the Detroit Superior Bridge today for more filming of the Superman film. And here are a few fit pics to show him doing that very thing. Nothing involving the Big Blue Boy Scout as of yet has been seen, but we'll keep our eyes out for anything new, and we'll post them on the next show. And speaking of the next show, well, this show has come to an end. Now, what do you think of all the controversy surrounding Matt Reeves' Arkham series being canceled? Does this surprise you, concern you, or do you even care? What about Pattinson's Batman joining Cornsweat's Superman? Could it work? And last but certainly not least, do you think that James Gunn and Peter Safran would rather see Matt Reeves' Elseworld project simply go away? And why? So they can create their own Batman, maybe? Feel free to leave any comments or concerns down below, and if you like the show even a little bit, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next show. As always, thanks for stopping by. God bless and socks out.